Well, good morning, Many Paths Spiritual Center. Welcome to the sanctuary. Happy Memorial Day to everybody, or happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. It's a holiday weekend. Parties are happening everywhere, so we get soaked as we're going to the party, and then we dry off at the party, and then we get soaked when we go back home to the party. So it's kind of like a rejuvenation kind of thing, right? So we're going to get our energy set and get prepared for a great service, and we're going to do that by singing a couple of songs back to back. We are going to affirm that we can see clearly now because the rain is gone. Okay, that's going to be our positive affirmation for today. So let's stand up and sing it. I can see all obstacles in my way. Welcome, everyone. So glad you took time out of your busy party weekend to be with us. Reverend Deb is back. She is, if you notice, she's a bit quiet this morning. She's got the scratchy throat, which a lot of times the rain brings on. So as a singer, I understand it, and I avoid it like the plague. It's like, how do I protect my voice? Oh, my gosh. But this is the worst time for the voice stuff. So do we have anybody that's here for the first time? Oh, my goodness. Well, I will say welcome to, we are a fundamentalist, Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Church of Christ Church. And we just combine all that into our own non-denominational thing. But no, we are a lovely, intentional, interfaith spiritual center. We're so glad to have everybody here as a part of this community. You know, it's so interesting to see. We had a little staff kind of powwow over the week, and everybody in our staff is like, oh, well, we want to do this, and we want to do this, and we want to do this. And it's like, are there enough days in the week? And it's like, yes, that's the energy that we love to see. There's so much going on. You're such a vibrant spiritual community. And let's hear all about that. Frank, can you what kind of announcements do you have? This is our new guy, Frank.
I was the one in the back of the room in class always talking. Good morning. So this morning I saw that I had already been dressed, and I saw that Ryan was wearing a black shirt, and I said, can I dress like you? So I was like, I just want to be like you. We're twinning.
Twinsies. He actually reads my emails.
Good morning. Announcements for Sunday, May 24th. We will be having our next membership orientation on Sunday, June 7th after the service. If you are looking for a place to call your spiritual home, Many Paths is a great spiritual community for you to put down roots. The class will last about an hour, and a light lunch will be provided. Please see Ryan Gill or Kelly Slagle if you have any questions. We will be having a potluck and an important membership meeting on June 14th after the service. At this meeting, we'll look at the center's finances, review quotes concerning the parking lot, and vote to accept new bylaws for Many Paths Spiritual Center. By now, you should have received an email with the proposed bylaws for review. If you haven't, or you would like a hard copy, please let Kelly Slagle or Ryan Gill know. Your participation at this meeting is vitally important, since a quorum of 75% of the current membership must approve any changes to the bylaws. Thank you. The Happy Class meets every Tuesday at 6 p.m. This week's class will feature a joyful fusion of gentle yoga, low-impact dance groove, and uplifting relaxation. Cost is $20. Sign up at the bulletin board in the front room to claim your happy spot. Sacred Satsang Circle with Reverend Deb, Thursday, May 28th from 7 to 8 p.m. From 7 to 8:30 p.m. Discussion, reflection, and support in a spiritual community. Fun Friday Happy Class Pride Party with Steph. Well, it is Friday, June 5th at 6 p.m. $5 sign-ups on the bulletin board. Join Steph for a family happy class June 7th at 4 p.m. featuring cardio drumming and creative play. Sign up at the front room bulletin board. Mythos and Meaning, Money, Thursday, June 11th, 6:30 p.m. Zoom. A metaphysical study where theology, mythology, meaning, and technology meet. This study is a Zoom class in which we will take stories and parables throughout various faith systems to metaphysically interpret the wisdom for practical application. Zoom link in the weekly email, Facebook, or email me. Conscious contribution of $10. The monthly book club will meet Thursday, June 18th from 6 to 7:30. We will be diving into Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, $5 donation, and bring shareable finger food. Astro Chat with Valerie, Sunday, June 21st, that's the summer solstice, y'all, at 1 p.m. This next Astro Chat will also include an Intro to Your Chart Zoom class. In this class, we'll be delving deeper into the current transits as well as exploring the rare and much anticipated alignment of Barbolt's basket, which occurs in July. Suggested contribution of $20. If you cannot make any of these classes due to finances, please just come. I don't want that to hinder you at all. Do you play guitar or bass? Do you have experience playing with a band? Do you love the Many Paths vibe? If so, the Sanctuary Band needs you. The time commitment is 8 to 10 hours per month. If you are interested, talk to Ryan before or after the service.
We'll take beatboxers too, right?
That's right.
Can you beatbox?
And of course, all activity and meeting links and contact numbers can be found in the Weekly Happenings Google Calendar, or you can always email the church. Thank you.
I'll get it one day. Good morning, Mini Path Spiritual Center. Let's begin by taking this portion of our service by taking a deep centering breath. Today's centering thought is, life happens whether we worry about it or not. In the spring, things begin to grow. We don't have to think about it. It just grows. In fact, we give it little or no thought whatsoever unless we want to plant something new and beautiful. Likewise, most of our worrying is as useless as worrying about whether the grass will grow or the flowers will bloom in the spring. But still, we spend our valuable time and energy worrying about the past or being lost in the future. It is important to reflect on the past and learn from it, and it will help us to consider whether we want to direct our lives and plan for the future. But if we stay in the past or live for the future without remembering to live in the present moment, we can lose sight of what is around us. There is love to be found, peace to be felt, and joy to be expressed. This is why we are here now on this planet. When we go into the silence, we can experience the present and remember who we really are, all born of the same stuff that fills the universe. We are children of the divine, and the presence permeates every cell in our body, every fiber of our being. When we go within and make that divine connection, it is easier for us to remember that whether we worry about it or choose not to worry about it, the grass will still grow and the flowers will still bloom. Instead of worry, let's plant something new and beautiful in our lives and use our time watching it grow.
Next page.
Oh, there's more. Just kidding. Hi. That wasn't my fault. Okay. And now please repeat these affirming statements after me. The presence of the divine is in every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Divine is in every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. There is love to be found, peace to be felt, and joy to be expressed. There is love to be found, peace to be felt, and joy to be expressed. Whether I worry or not, the creator of the universe is always working for my good. Whether I worry or not, the creator of the universe is always working for my good. And so it is.
All right. It's time to sing again. And, you know, on this Memorial Day weekend, I love that as a country we have a whole holiday to be grateful for the people who have served this country to make it the great country that it is. We have service members. We have people who protect us, people who rescue us, who are there to take care of us when we need it. and we are eternally grateful for them. So there's two things that I want to dedicate Gratitude Awakening to, and one is our service members and our first responders for the work that they do for our society, and secondly for Jackson, because this is his last Sunday. He's only going to Florida. He's not going that far, and he will be back for regular visits. But he's going to go to school, and so we want to give gratitude to Jackson for everything that he's contributed to us as a community, and especially musically. Yeah, his musical contributions. It's so funny because when we came into this building, Steph said, Jackson wants to play bass, and I thought, but he's only 8. Because that's how I remembered him as an 8-year-old, and then when he strapped on the bass and started to play, I'm like, nope, he's 16. So
I was 15.
15, yeah, about to turn 16, yeah, that was in August, and you turned 16 in December, yeah. So we love you, and we appreciate you. Yeah, so let's sing Gratitude Awakening. Stand up, everybody, as you're able. It goes like this. 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Spirit, for the gift of today. Every blessing coming my way. As I feel your gift of grace, I am lifted. Loving you is a wonderful thing. Gratitude, I'm awakening. Gratitude, I'm awakening. Thank you, Spirit. Please be seated, everybody. Welcome back, Reverend Dev.
Thank you so much. Hold on a minute. I have almost no voice today, so we're going to roll with it. How about that? Do y'all know why I stand in the back in the early part of the service? Anybody know? 2 reasons. One is so I can welcome anybody coming in late. And 2 is so I don't have to sing anything to my neighbor.
Not even to tell them they're beautiful?
What kind of Baptist crap was that?
I could have said shake hands.
He let the word fundamentalist slip out of his mouth and then he couldn't stop it, just rolling like a tide. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, help us. You know, last week, y'all got to hear Reverend Rosa, and I'm so grateful. And I was listening to her this week, and I loved the way that she emphasized and reminded that when in doubt, we go into the silence. When there's any question, we go into the silence. When there's anything we can't figure out, we go into the silence. And every now and then, I suppose the universe emphasizes that to us by taking away some of our ways of expressing. And so I want to invite you right now, without a lot of fanfare, just to go into the silence with me. Eyes closed if that feels comfortable. Resting in your chair. Just take a few deep breaths. And align your body with your spirit's intention. There's nothing to gain here. There's no goal. We're just getting still. Thank you, Spirit, for the gift of this day and for these people and for this space and for every blessing. And so it is.
Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed me. Oh, Mother God, blessed me. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be.
Okay, I can't talk quietly. We've discerned that. But most of you already knew that. I do have a backup plan, just in case it all falls apart. Kelly, you're my backup plan. Just thought I'd tell you. All right, darling. I did write out a little bit more of my talk yesterday, just in case. So if you get a pinch hit in a minute, and I'll stand over here and mime, okay? So we're in the fourth moon of the year of the fire horse. The moon has just passed the first quarter, and it's waxing at 58%. And we have a new title slide because I was getting sick and tired of the old one. But it's the same theme for the whole year. And then we're focusing for this quarter, for the next 3 moons, on practicing presence. Just being in the space of practicing, being in pure presence, centered in presence. And practice can be different for so many. And I want to avoid implying any kind of absolute, right? I want to avoid implying that any one practice is universal or integral to a spiritual awareness or awakening. But just as Reverend Rosa reminded us last week, going into the silence may be the one thing that goes across all traditions, across all people, across all wisdom, down through time. We have to figure out how to quiet ourselves, how to quiet our minds and our egos, and our personality and our to-do lists, and our worries, and our desires, in order to hear, really hear the sound of the divine, however you perceive that. Now, some folks struggle with this getting silent thing. It's the one thing I hear the most from people. I can't meditate. Yes, you can, right? Yes, you can. Maybe you struggle with it. I can't turn my mind off. Great, we've identified the problem, right? We've identified the problem. So it does take some considerable effort, at least in the beginning, and my wish for you is to be able to practice to the point where you're able at any moment, on a dime, at the drop of a hat, to settle into the space of pure presence. That is the greatest gift of a spiritual journey. So over the next quarter of the year, we'll be looking at ways to do that. And like an athlete lifting weights, we must practice presence so that when big moments come, we're ready. Because we've already talked about how this fire horse energy is promising some big stuff, promising some big-ish coming down, right? And we want to be ready. Spiritual practice is not about becoming a better spiritual performer. It's about becoming available. So the big question that I want to focus on for the next 3 months, how do we create sustainable spiritual practice that transforms us without becoming another ego project? How do we create a personal and real practice? This is the question we'll keep at the center of our exploration in these next 3 moons. It's not about spiritual achievement. This is not our goal here. There's not, oh, I awakened in 96. La-di-da, good for you, right? The fact that you just had to tell me that says you might want to go back and do it again. right? The goal is presence, true presence. So today we're going to talk about the practice of showing up. Last week, thank you so much for giving me the time and the space to go to Missouri to attend the memorial service of a woman who was like a mother to me when I was a kid. It was really important for me to be there. You know, nobody would have blamed me if I said I can't make it. Nobody would have thought anything about it if I said, I just can't. I can't be there. I send my best regards. But I knew from the moment I heard she passed that it was going to be really important for me to be there, to be in that space, sharing in that moment with other people grieving the loss of her life. And it was important. I bawled like a baby. It's probably why I can't speak today. I don't know. But being there is important. Showing up is important. I used to put a quote on the top of all my syllabi from Woody Allen, and I don't put that anymore because that guy, right? But at any rate, that guy. But it said 90% of success is in showing up. You just show up. Just keep being there. So we're going to talk about how important it is to show up in the way that we show up. Because there's something in us that loves this idea of transformation. We love the idea of becoming wiser and calmer and more enlightened and more spiritually grounded. And every year or every season, we tend to make these internal promises to ourselves, right? How many of you have ever said, I'm going to start meditating every day, right? I'm going to get disciplined. I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. That is not going to be me. I'm going to become deeply spiritual. It's going to be what my life is all about. And for about 3.5 days, we become monks, right? You know that? I've done that. Been there. I've had like 14 different 3.5 day sabbaticals as a monk. And then life happens, and we get busy, we get distracted, we're human. And often the very first thing we lose is not the practice itself, but it's our kindness toward ourselves. Because before the practice goes, we start getting guilt about our desire to let go of the practice. And suddenly the spiritual path becomes another place where we feel inadequate. It's just another performance. It's another measuring stick and another thing we fail at. But I don't think, listen carefully here because I've been thinking about this all week. And I've been doing a lot of thinking because I can't talk. I don't think spiritual practice is about self-improvement. And sometimes we reduce it to another form of self-improvement. The reason why I think that is because spiritual practice is about uncovering the part of ourself that needs no improvement, that was neither born nor will it die, that has neither height nor depth, width, no dimension. It is the space within us of pure presence. That's what we're trying to uncover. So I think spiritual practice is about self-remembrance, not about self-improvement. The goal is not performance. Spiritual practice is not about proving your worth. If you're doing, how many of you grew up in a church where spirituality was connected with your self-worth? Yep. I knew you'd raise your hand. Hallelujah. Yeah. I know you. Come on now. Get your hand. Yeah. I can tell by that. Everybody sing to your neighbor. Yeah. But here's the thing, man, when it gets connected to your self-worth, there's the first problem right there, because spiritual, it's not about self-worth. It's about realizing and remembering your inherent worthiness. It's not about collecting spiritual achievements. It's about knowing that everything you need spiritually, you don't need to achieve, you have it. It's not about becoming impressive or forcing some kind of enlightenment. Spiritual practice is learning how to return again and again and again and again. So who in here besides Susan? Where's Susan? Oh, there you are. You still belong to the Y? Yeah. Anybody belong to the Y? or a gym or something like that. Can you tell me what the Y is like the first week of January? Yeah, right? It's packed. It's like this. Oh yeah, we're all gonna do it. Ho, 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 right? Here we go. And I think when spirituality is seen as self, who are you looking at?
That's me right there.
Oh, is it me right there? Yeah. I think when spirituality is seen as self-improvement, it can fall victim to the gym membership problem, right? We get a big burst of motivation. We have this grand vision of transformation. We have unrealistic expectations. And then eventually we have guilt because in week 3 we stopped going. By week 9, we're trying to figure out how to get out of that contract, right? The problem is not a lack of sincerity. The problem is intensity without sustainability. And we think transformation, we think, comes from a dramatic effort, but most lasting transformation comes from gentle repetition. Just coming back again and again. So we're going to work on, over the next 3 months, stretching what needs stretching. I cannot do that right now, not today. You don't walk into a yoga class and immediately twist yourself into an impossible position, at least not twice, right? You stretch gradually, patiently, compassionately. You listen to your body and you're very aware. And the point of stretching is not punishment, it's opening us up, right? Let's open up. Let's be flexible and be ready so when I do have to bend down quickly, oh, my body's ready for that. And sometimes we get into a bit of a rut. We have our certain asanas that we do. I do this all the time. I get a little yoga flow going that I like, and I'm in the same thing, and I do it every day, every day, every day. And then somebody, who shall not be named, Stephanie, says, now let's do a tree pose, or let's hold warrior 2 for 30 seconds. And I'm like, where did that muscle come from, right? Because it calls on a muscle I didn't even know I was supposed to be stretching. I didn't even realize was there until we tried to stretch it again. So I'm still talking about practicing spiritual presence here. This is about spirit, not about body. But the beauty of yoga is that it can be a beautiful way to demonstrate spiritual practice that can be felt in the body, right? So spiritually as well as physically, it's wise to be supple and always exploring what else could be opened, stretched. What other spiritual muscles need some attention? So our central question, we keep that in mind. How do we create sustainable spiritual practice that transforms us without becoming another ego project? That last part is really important because it can do that really quickly. I want to be friends with this guy, I really do. But we got to stop just a moment and take a look at this picture. Enlightened AF, #blessed. Working on myself more than you, right? Namaste, superior. The untethered soul that's better than yours, right? He's got all the trappings of spirituality because the ego can wear spirituality as a costume. And that doesn't mean that any of these things are inherently wrong or bad. It just means that we have to understand what they're there for. I love a good stick of incense. Are you kidding? Nothing can make me drop faster into the zone than a little Hindu temple. We can put on this costume. I meditate 2 hours a day. I've read all the sacred texts. I'm more conscious than other people. I only eat enlightened blueberries, whatever. I'm a clean eater, whatever it is. And the ego is incredibly adaptable. It will happily become the spiritual one. And suddenly, the practice that was supposed to free us becomes another identity we have to defend. And this is why humility matters so deeply in spiritual tradition. Remember the definition of humility we discovered in the writings of the Desert Fathers 2 weeks ago? You remember that? It was like this: humility that is not rooted in a hypocritical or contrived depreciation of self, but in the vision of God and a humbling experience of being so loved. kind of humility makes you speechless. The deeper the practice becomes, the less interested we become in appearing spiritual. I love wearing my mala beads. I love them. They remind me there's something about them that just instantly, the second I touch them, reminds me of who I am inside. And that's what they've become for me. And I've actually had moments when I'm getting ready on Sunday morning, thinking to myself, should you really wear those mala beads? Maybe people will think you're trying to be spiritual. And then I had to stop and realize that was an ego question too. That too was an ego question. Even my sensitivity to not wanting to appear like the person playing the role, right? Sometimes followers want gurus to appear spiritual, and then it turns into a bit of a problem. I know this firsthand. Let me tell you something. Just side note here, because you're not going to get a lot of tangents today because I can't talk through a lot of tangents, but you're going to get this one. So where I knew Barb, my spiritual, my second mom, whose memorial I went to last week, was in Southwest Missouri. We lived there from the time I was 10 till the time I was 12. And this particular church where I knew Barb, they went to our church. My father was the pastor. This particular church was where, in a span of about 2.5 years, my father probably had about 7 different affairs, right? I have a half-brother from a woman who went to that church, who, as far as I know, does not know he's my half-brother, right? And this is many years ago. We're talking the 70s. This is ancient history. But last week, my sister and I walked into Barb's memorial, and there were some people who had been at that church. We're talking 50 years, my friends. 50 years ago. And you should have seen some of the side eyes, right? There's Dave Moore's kids. I got up when I talked. I got up and said, my name is Deb Moore, and my father used to be the pastor at Springfield First Church, and I was like, y'all aren't going to have a question about who I am right now. I know you're side-eyeing me. But here's the thing I always thought about with my father. One of the things that happened with my father is that he couldn't, he started to believe his own press. I used to call him the assistant messiah, right? Reverend Daddy. He was this guy who started to believe his own press, and he could do no wrong. And we've seen that with so many people in ministry. I've never seen any guru for, any spiritual teacher with a level of celebrity that hasn't had some kind of scandal, for lack of a better word. Whether they just become targets for unsavory characters bearing false witness against them, or they truly succumb to the ego trapping of the identity they decided to take on, we may never know, but it's not our business, it's theirs. But playing a part is problematic. That's what I'm getting at here. Playing a part is problematic. You got to know who you are and be who you are. That playing a part brings down a veil between our awareness and our true nature. Keeps us from seeing. So Shunryu Suzuki said, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the experts, there are few. And beginner's mind is what the Buddhists constantly tell us to return to. Return to beginner's mind. Sometimes when I'm back there avoiding singing to people in the back, I'm saying a little prayer before I get up here, and I say, take me back to the beginning. Take me back to the beginning. Remind me of what is the most fundamental. Beginner's mind is sacred because it remains open and curious and soft and available. A healthy spiritual practice keeps us teachable. Yeshua said, unless you become like a little child, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. And he also told us that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's right here. Unless you become like a little child, unless you go into beginner's mind, unless you let go of all of that stuff that tries to convince all other people that you've got it figured out. It's right here. The moment we think I've arrived, we stop growing. So let's begin with the most basic practice of showing up, paying attention. Attention is sacred currency. Currency and current come from the same root, the Latin currens, meaning flowing or running like water. And we know that where attention goes, energy flows. So one reason spiritual practice matters is because the modern world is constantly training our attention away from ourselves. We've got notifications, algorithms, advertising, outrage, Facebook, another fear cycle. The moment we are about to move beyond our fear, the world throws us into another fear cycle. We're constantly distracted. The world profits from distracted people. Distracted people are easier to influence. Spiritual practice is reclaiming our attention. Meditation is not just about relaxation. Prayer is not just about asking. Mindfulness is not merely calming down. These are acts of remembering who you are, that this moment exists, that your body exists, that your soul exists, that the sacred exists, even in the midst of that which would keep you distracted. Simone Weil, the French metaphysical philosopher, said, attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. The best thing we can give someone is our pure attention, right? What if attention itself is prayer? What if the deepest form of devotion is simply learning how to fully inhabit a moment, listening completely, breathing consciously, watching the trees move in the wind without needing anything from them? Maybe awakening begins there. One of my first awakening moments was prompted by reading, I awakened in 96, and so when I did so, I was reading Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, and I think it was about 96 I was reading that. He encouraged focusing on a rose or a flower and just keep looking at it until you forgot its name, right? Just keep staring at it until you forget its name. Can you focus on this form of life until you only see the life in it, separate from any other identity you might have imposed upon it? The name is made up, right? The name is meaningless. It's just a label we've all agreed goes with this one particular thing. And so I did that. I didn't try to do anything. I just focused on the flower. I just sat there and focused. For me, it was a hydrangea. That's an easy name to forget. And by the way, ever since then, I'm like, what's that flower? Oh yeah, that's a hydrangea. Okay. But in that moment, I forgot what it was called. And you might think I'm weird or weirder than you already do. But I felt one with that flower. I forgot its name. We were just the same life force moving through both of us, just from the power of attention. So how do we know what to pay attention to? Well, pay attention to your body. That's always a good idea. A little self-care, right? A little bubble bath. I got to tell you, this is another side note. Do I have time for this? If I go long today, they're going to be like, no voice, what the hell? Anyway, so when we bought the house we live in now, 6 years ago, the main bathroom just has a shower. And the other bathroom has one of those old molded seashell scallop kind of shelves. You know what I'm talking about. Like, hello, 1979, right? And it's tiny, and it's this bathtub and a shower. And I don't want to get in that bathtub. So here's the thing. When I go out of town, I'm always like, does the hotel have a nice bathtub? Because I don't get that. I shower all the time, right? I do shower, by the way. Whatever. I don't know how we got off on this, but nonetheless. But that is sacred work right there. Listening to our body. Our body is not the obstacle to spirituality. It's part of the path. And many of us learned a spirituality early on in our lives that distrusted the body automatically. Every urge you felt in the body, you were to suppress. Everything that came up in the body, that's evil. That's from the big bad Satan, right? Some of our spiritual origins taught us to ignore exhaustion. suppress emotion, transcend physicality, push harder. Even as late as it was in history, I still felt some of the pressure of Protestant work ethic, right? Protestant work ethic. That's like my mother, as I always say, if I didn't feel good, I wanted to stay in bed, every time she'd say, get up and move around, you'll feel better. And so I'm going to put it on her tombstone, right? Get up and move around, you'll feel better. Hey, Mama, what goes around comes around. The body carries wisdom. The body knows when we are forcing. It knows when we are pretending. It knows when we are safe. It knows when we are aligned. It knows when we are exhausted. And sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is rest. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is take a walk. Every time I forget, every time I go for a while without taking a walk in the woods, I remember again the next time, oh my God. Walk in the woods is like a threefer for me. It's like exercise, it's like meditation, and it's like, I don't know what the third thing is, but I'll come up with something. But anyway, it's spiritual and it's physical and it's mental. It's relaxing. There you go. So where are you carrying tension in your body? Can you even recognize it? Or has it been with you for so long that it just seems like part of the landscape of your life? Have you ever gone to a massage therapist and you're like, oh, I got tension up here. And then they come down here around the piriformis. That's the one that always gets me, right? That piriformis. And I'm like, whoa, right? I didn't know that I was carrying all that tension there. She said, yeah, that's where your neck stuff's coming from. So we never even know what we're carrying. We have to pay attention to the moment. Whatever the moment brings, just stop and acknowledge it. Don't let it slide by unconsciously. How many of our moments slide by unconsciously? Far too many of them. Where's your head? Where's your heart? What messages are coming through for you right now? Through the beauty of nature or a road sign or a song on your playlist. And I'm not just talking about finding the core of stillness in a relatively still moment. I mean, we can all pay attention to that moment. But what about that moment? Right? Paying attention to what is really happening in moments of trauma or distress. In my own experience, I've found that one of the most healing practices in terrible moments is to focus fully on the present and use the strength of my practice to remember who I am. This is not avoidance. This is remembrance. And if I can do that in the midst of great pain, I can experience a moment of painlessness. I can experience a moment of emotional safety. Most of our struggles come from obsessing over a past we haven't healed or a future we haven't birthed. And if we can stop in the midst of distress and ask, what am I really feeling right now? What's causing this pain? If it's in the past, then it's something that doesn't even exist. Right now, I can bring relief to myself by practicing presence, by being fully present in this moment. Right now, I can take that one intentional breath that has the power to heal. Right now, I can remind myself that who I truly am feels no pain. Who I truly am is watching my person experience pain. You might say, well, that's all well and good, Deb, for most things, if you're having a little bit of a bad day. But what about those real biggies? What about the death of a loved one? What about watching a loved one on a ventilator in an ICU? What about the breakup of a family? What about the loss of a sibling who is still alive but sees the world differently from you, and that's a bridge neither one of you seem to be able to cross? All of those examples are ones that I've experienced in my life. Was I paying attention to the moment and able to remember who I was through all of those? No. I trudged through the pain. But my spiritual journey has taught me that if anything like that comes around, I want to know I can pay attention to pure presence throughout the experience. I did that last Saturday at Barb's memorial while people were giving us side eye. Linda and I are sitting there like we're 10 and 12 all over again. And I just sat there and went, remember who you are. Be in that moment right now. Be in that space. Nobody can touch that. The place where only peace exists. I have a balm in Gilead. I have a place of respite and relief. I can feel the pain and the grief in my being, but I can know peace in my presence, that place where only peace exists. Attention is meditation. We're going to get done here in 3 minutes because I got 3 minutes left, I'm pretty sure. There's a type of a meditation called focused attention meditation, and it's exactly what I talked about earlier with the flower. The practice of anchoring your mind on a single focal point. It can be a flower, it can be a flame, it can be your breath, it can be a visual object, it could be a sound, it could be the hum of the air conditioner in your house. It can be absolutely anything. And you just focus on that. Start with 5 minutes or 10, set a timer. You say, well, my mind wanders. Great, let it. Bring it back gently. Don't yell at it. Don't get mad at it. Just gently say, oh, let's go back to that flower. Okay. We focus. Maybe it starts again. Oh, come back. There we go. Right? We just keep gently bringing it back. We practice this very focused attention. We don't have a goal. We're not seeking enlightenment. All we're trying to do is focus our attention. This is a practice that helps your mind learn to manage distractions. Right? It's very practical. It's a practice that exercises and strengthens your spiritual ability to stay centered without being buffeted by every storm life brings. No matter what happens, you remain centered in yourself. That's a practice I would encourage you to attempt this week. Find something and just focus on it. Even if it's just your breath. Take 5 minutes. Take 10. Some of you are old pros at this. Great. But you know what? The old pros, I encourage you to go back to beginner's mind. Start with 5 minutes focused on one thing. Because here's the thing. The fire of this year has got to be sustainable. It's the year of the fire horse. Fire is beautiful. I'm an Aries. You know I love fire. I stare at a flame all day long. That fire is beautiful, it's transformative, it purifies. But untended fire will burn everything down. A sustainable spiritual life is not constant intensity, it's steady warmth. And a fire that remains lit through changing seasons. Some people will burn brightly for 2 weeks and disappear from their practice entirely. Others are interested in building something quieter. 10 minutes of silence. One conscious breath. One honest prayer. One mindful walk. One moment of returning. That kind of fire lasts. You can bank that kind of fire. Bring it back to flame every morning. And that's what we're here to do. Because to pay attention is to return to yourself again and again. It's not about what we're paying attention to. It's the act itself. Maybe the true spiritual masters are not the people who never lose focus. I've never met any of those people yet. Maybe they're just the people who keep showing up for themselves. They keep returning to the breath, to the body, to the present moment, to compassion, to awareness, to love, to the sacred, again and again and again. The ego loves dramatic transformation, but the soul loves sincerity. The soul loves sincerity. Never underestimate the small, faithful practices. And I'm going to stop talking now. Namaste. Did it.
Let's take a breath. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. In my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes. Thank you for singing today. You touched me. All right, I'm going to remind everybody that the blue vase is back there in the back for your donations. Your donations are the reason that we are physically able to be here. We could come together on Zoom every Sunday morning, and I don't know, I don't think that would quite make it for some of us, right? I don't think that would quite get it. We need this place to be, and you guys support that, and we're so grateful for your support. There's a PayPal QR code there in the back. I think when we sing, I forget all about mentioning that, but I do need to mention that every week. So be sure to check the What's Happening. We got something for everyone in here coming up, and we've got so many cool things that you should tell your friends about it too. Bring your friends along. There's a lot of cool people out there that would love to be a part of this. They just don't know about us yet, right? So let's spread the word about Mini Path Spiritual Center, especially if they play guitar or bass. Got that? All right. On your way out, be sure to give Jackson a hug and tell him that you're going to miss him. Let's all stand up and say our Apache blessing as we prepare to leave and go out to our Memorial Day weekend. Daphne, will you lead us?
Everybody, may the sun bring us new energy by day, and may the moon softly restore us by night. May the rain wash away our every worry, and may the breeze blow new strength into our being. May we walk gently through the world and know its beauty all the days of our lives. And so it is.
We are truly blessed. Are Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next Sunday at Mini Path Spiritual Center. April.
Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Yeah. Daytona Beach.